416 appearances, 11 goals and 61 assists. Those are Marco Verratti's all-time stats at this beautiful beloved club, Paris Saint-Germain. But this tenure, this 11-year tenure is about to end. It's over. Marco Verratti is leaving Paris Saint-Germain. This is what the recent reports have to say. Obviously, the first one, breaking Marco Verratti and Hugo Ekitike are not on the PSG squad list for the UEFA Champions League group stage. Marco Verratti is in the process of leaving. His departure from PSG is expected soon. The Italian is close to joining Qatari Club Al-Arabi, where their transfer window is still open. Marco Verratti gave the green light to Al-Arabi. The Italian is set to leave Paris. Only details are left. So it's completely over. Verratti finally gave the green light. He obviously wanted to stay in Europe, most presumably Paris Saint-Germain, because no other team in Europe wanted him for the price that Paris Saint-Germain wanted for Marco Verratti, and he has just accepted. He's just accepted, similarly to Neymar, who just accepted to go to Al Hilal, even though he wanted to stay in Europe. Marco Verratti here accepts to go to Qatari Club Al-Arabi because PSG were pushing him out. It feels sad. For me, the saddest thing about all of this, because listen, a generational shift will always happen. Players that have done great stuff with this club will always have to leave at some point. Obviously, when it comes to Verratti, maybe he should have left a bit later, because I believe he still has the talent, the quality. He's still, for me, the best midfielder at Paris Saint-Germain, but I've accepted it. For me, the saddest thing about all of this is there's no farewell. I mean, Di Maria was close to not getting a farewell. We didn't give a farewell to Thiago Silva. Neymar didn't get a farewell. So it's so many players now that have not gotten a farewell that deserve it, which makes me feel a bit sad, because these people have put blood, tears, sweat for this beautiful badge, and they don't even get a farewell. But we can move on from that. I can accept that. I can accept that. It feels sad, but this is Paris Saint-Germain, and players leave, players come. It's sad. It's a bit sad that Verratti is getting this treatment. But one thing I want to disclose, because I've always been very critical about this, because I've never believed that Lucho has not wanted Verratti. If Lucho didn't want Verratti, he's a stupid manager, low IQ manager. And this report here, or at least this tweet here, by Marco Verratti's friend, who knows Verratti very well, this is what he has to say on Twitter. In no case should we blame the coach for Marco Verratti. On the contrary, they had a constructive discussion in private. He told me things. Marco also gave his reason. They respect each other a lot, and Marco appreciates the coach, and the coach appreciates Marco. What this tells us, it's a political decision from Luis Campos, and maybe even probably Nasser Khalifi, especially with this new motto: if you want to leave, we kick you out. Because Marco Verratti has wanted to leave PSG. He's had negotiations with Carlo Ancelotti during the winter. And then, obviously what the Ultras did, cussing his mom, cussing his family out, cussing himself out, made Verratti want to leave Paris Saint-Germain even more. And this is a political decision by Luis Campos. He does not like the agent of Marco Verratti, and I don't think he likes Marco Verratti either, because he's a player that has power, that has respect inside of the locker room, and Campos was his players with his agents in the locker room, which is a normal thing, I guess. I mean, Leonardo removed Thiago Silva and Cavani because they had a lot of power in the locker room, and now the same thing happens here. So if you want to hate that, you must also hate this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Marco Verratti, I will always love you. I will always remember you for the great stuff you did for this club. But this is a new chapter for Paris Saint-Germain. And for everyone that's watching this video, instead of only looking at, the negatives, Verratti didn't get farewell, let's look at the positives. We're getting 50 million, which is a lot of money. We're saving a lot of wages, which is a lot of money. And we can finally give, time, energy, leadership to the players that we have now in Vitinha, Ugarte, and Warren Zaire-Emery. The pressure is on them now, not on Verratti anymore. Farewell, au revoir, peace, Marco Verratti. You will always be remembered, you will always be loved, you will always be welcomed back by the PSG family. And by the way, a message to the disgusting Ultras once again, because they grouped Verratti with Neymar and Messi. I think Messi's here. You can even put Neymar in the middle, but disrespecting Verratti, and saying that he does not do what he does for the club is absolutely shameful. It's absolutely shameful. And I'm going to say again, the Ultras are not part of this club. They are a separate entity. They are a separate entity because they put themselves above the club. That is a big issue. They put their own emotions. They behave like women. They behave like women. They should stay in their home instead of going to the park, instead of saying stupid stuff, instead of protesting. They should stay at home. That's been it from your boy PSGINT, Marco Verratti. See you in another day, in another life. That's been it. Allez, Paris.